with Troop 209, and we're going to talk about cleaning your tent after a really dirty trip. So come on and follow me. First thing we've done is we've set up our tent out in the backyard. You know, we're not putting it in the washing machine. That's a bad thing. So what we've done first, we've opened up the doors, and we picked it up, and we've shaked out all the debris off the side, not the inside. Now, this tent was really dusty, so we tried to brush off as much as we can. But we're going to have to end up hosing this tent down. Sometimes we can get away with just brushing it off and getting the dirt off, but where we were this past week, we've got dirt on our dirt, so we're going to be hosing it down. So go ahead and pause. Okay, we had some more dirt on the front that wasn't getting brushed off. We used a stiff bristle brush to take most of the dirt off the white part of the tent, but we had extra dirt, so what Ryan's doing is using a damp washcloth to get some of that extra dirt off. And that, we'll see if we have to go to hosing it down, but I don't think we're going to. Ryan, let's see that rag.
Ta-da!
All right, we're going to keep going on this, and we'll be back in a minute. Now, on this particular trip, we had a lot of dust, so I have Ryan wiping down the netting to get the dust off of that. You can't see it, but again, there's just a lot of dust that accumulates on the screening of these things. Okay, so we've wiped down the outside of the tent, and it's looking pretty good at this point. So what we're going to do now is kind of repeat the process on the inside just to get all the dust off of here. Again, we can avoid hosing it down. We'd like to. Sometimes we have to. I think this case is better with a wipe down. So we're going to start with the inside. Again, doing the top screens, and then just working our way down to the base panel as well, and then working out from the outside here. Okay? All right, we'll be back in a minute. This is the dirty rag from my half of the inside of the tent. Didn't look too dirty, but that's what we're getting. Okay, now we flip the tent over and we'll wipe down the bottom. This part wasn't exposed to dirt, but it's going to get bits and pieces of dirt and dust just through the week, so we're just going to do a quick wipe down of this surface as well. Again, just plain water.
Go.
Okay, this is now the rain fly. The way the tent was packed away probably wasn't the best, but the rain fly was pulled up with the ground cloth. Transfer to the rain fly wasn't good. But the good thing is the waterproof piece we're going to do is simply run it over our swing set here, use a clothesline, and what we're going to do is simply start hosing it down and getting it back. Again, big water that's meant to come right off. Okay, it didn't all come right off, so what we're going to have to do is get our rags out here again and wipe it down so we can get all that dirt. Okay?
Right. Now.
Okay, we've washed the underside of the rain cover, got it all in there and scrubbed it. The outside, a little bit easier. Again, we just rigged it over the swing set or clothesline here, and we're just going to use hose, wash all the stuff off. And it really, on the other side, we've already done it. It came right off. Okay, and we've also, what we did a little bit earlier, we got out the ground cloth, laid it out, hosed it down completely, flipped it over, repeated the process, and hung it over a line to dry. This won't get perfectly clean, but it's going to get the hard dirt off of it, so that's going to be good to be able to go all the way and just about. Okay?
Right. On.
Okay, what we've done after hosing down and getting the majority of the dirt off the rain fly, this is a real dirty scenario. We have dirt on both inside and outside. You probably don't have to do this every time, but what we had to do is the rain fly inside out, back up. And what we're going to do is just go ahead after we got the majority of the dirt off, we're going to use our towel in the spot the other part of the spot. Totally rigged it out, over the spot by staking it out, and we're cleaning. Come back about half an hour. After the outside, we decided to flip it over and keep the process. Okay. All right, our tent is looking really good right now. We flipped the rain fly back to the correct side, wiped off the excess dirt. We're just going to let it stay out and dry. The part that will take the longest to dry really is the webbing down here at the edges where we attach stakes. It's a porous nylon material. It's not treated or coated, so the water is going to absorb into that. And that needs to be completely dry as well. We don't want to put anything that's moist back into the bag. So that's it for right now. We're going to roll this up and put it away, and that's just about the last step. Really dry, so we're going to repack it into its bag. What we're doing, we folded up our rainfly, got it onto our main tent body, and we're going to tightly roll it, getting all the air out as we go. Now the zipper side is back here, so that makes it a little bit easier for us to get the air out. We've got the main body going into the tent bag. Then we've got our tent stakes, and we did our ground cloth separately, folded up separately, so we're not making as much contact with the tent body. Putting it right in there, and there you have a fully clean Troop 209 tent. Let's stop.